privilege and a humbling experience because I got to represent so many of my friends who are deployed right now overseas.
Other Super Bowl ads appeal to different emotions, a few raunchy, some humorous. This one, which has generated a whirlwind of publicity, will, says Anheuser-Busch, air only once.
People may be politically divided, but everybody really seems to be unanimously behind the soldiers who are making the sacrifices.
Yes, but is the brewer exploiting soldiers? Some squirm when beer is wrapped in the flag.
It's a little bit, a sleight of hand, so they're saying thank you from us, but, at the same time, when you're out at the bar, think about us.
If you package it in an American flag, if you package it in a nice, warm, fuzzy puppy, it's still the same message, buy beer.
For participants, however, any grousing misses the point.
Yeah, reminded the American people again that, there's still people overseas and they're still doing, dangerous things and good things for this country.
In a 60-second referendum of sorts, not on the war, but them. Bob Faw, NBC News, Washington.
That is Nightly News for this Monday, February 7th, 2005. I'm Brian Williams reporting tonight from New York. We'll look for you right back here tomorrow night. Good night.
I'm Courtney Hayes in downtown Panama City, where city commissioners are once again talking about height limits on new buildings. You'll find out what's in the works.
I'm Jeremy Pate in downtown Panama City, where the downtown library may soon become home to city offices.
I'm Mike Tolbert in Inlet Beach. I'm standing in front of a porous groin. A what? Yeah, I'll tell you what it is coming up and how it's helping to protect our beaches from erosion.
And I'm Alana Adams. U.S. reservists leave their homes and their jobs here in the Panhandle to serve their country overseas. But their families they leave behind are also making sacrifices. You'll see how they cope in our special series, They Serve Too.
I'm Tom Lewis. News Channel at 6 is next.
Live from WJHG TV, this is News Channel 7 at 6.
Good evening, everyone. This past weekend, a family in Holmes County saw their worst nightmare unfold before their eyes. Now investigators are turning to salvage what's left of Roy Dorsey's helicopter and give the family some answers as to what happened on Saturday morning. Aviation investigators have now taken what's left of that helicopter in a storage yard in Bonifay. At this point, officials from the National Transportation Safety Board say that it's still too early in the investigation to say exactly what happened Saturday morning. So far, we do know that a witness reported seeing the aircraft taking a nosedive descend before it crashed. Investigators worked all day Sunday cleaning up the crash site. Parts of the aircraft are even being sent away for further examination.
I have instructed and I'm taking action to have the engine secured and sent to a laboratory for analysis in Arizona. So again, we don't know everything about it, but we are continuing to press on.
Coming up tonight on News Channel 7 at 10, we'll tell you where investigators will go from here and how long this investigation could possibly take. A Deer Point woman died this afternoon when her husband accidentally hit her in the couple's driveway. It happened just before noon today at their home on Risotto Lane. The state troopers say 80-year-old David Evans waited in the van while his wife Marcelle unlocked the gate to their driveway. Evans's wife apparently walked in front of the van to the gate to the road.
And it was at that point there was a mechanical malfunction. The accelerator stuck, and the husband who was driving tried desperately to avoid hitting his wife and swerved very strongly to the left.
The Highway Patrol is still investigating this incident. Troopers say charges are pending, results of that further investigation. Okaloosa County Sheriff's deputies are charging a middle school teacher with committing lewd and lascivious battery on a child. This is 31-year-old Ira K. Tyron Jr. Investigators arrested Tyron at Bruner Middle School in Fort Walton Beach this afternoon. They say they began their investigation back in November after a former Bruner student came forward and said Tyron had inappropriate contact with her in 2001 and 2002. The alleged incidents took place at both Tyron and the girl's home as well as school. Tyron apparently coached the girl on a soccer team there. A man suspected of a North Carolina murder case may be here in the Panhandle. 29-year-old Baltazar Jimenez is accused of shooting another migrant worker in Monroe, North Carolina last month. Authorities found Jimenez's car abandoned in Bonifay last week. They say they found the apparent murder weapon in the trunk. Jimenez is described as a Hispanic male, about 5 feet 5 inches tall, 135 pounds, with a slender build. If you have any information about this case, please call the Bonifay Police Department. That number, 547-3661. Bay County Sheriff's investigators are hoping pictures will help them find a convenience store robbery suspect. Security cameras at the Pop-In store on Thomas Drive took these pictures around 9 o'clock last night. That's when a man walked into the store, told the clerk to hand over the cash, then ran out. Authorities say he never showed a weapon or even said he had one. The man is between 19 and 25 years old, about 5 feet 7 inches tall, medium build with short dark hair. If you have any information about this crime, please call your nearest law enforcement agency. We had a great start to the work week, but will it hold out all week long? Meteorologist Jason Kelly joining us live from the Viper 7 Weather Center with the latest. Jason?
Tom, no, it won't. We will see some changes coming up for too much longer with some rain showers in the forecast, but tonight, looking pretty good. Overnight lows in the lower 50s along the coastal sections, with daytime highs tomorrow around 70. Bright sunshine, a good-looking day, and a variable wind. A full look at the forecast is on the way in just a few minutes.
All right, Jason, thanks very much. Condominiums have already made their way across the Hathaway Bridge into Panama City city limits, but now city leaders want to restrict the height on future condo projects planned for the city. News Channel 7's Courtney Hayes joins us live from Panama City Hall with more. Courtney?
Tom, that's right. Everyone, even developers, agree that height limits are a must in Panama City. The problem is they can't agree on what those limits should be. City staff has recommended a floor area ratio policy, which would essentially allow developers to build more floors on their condos if they develop on a smaller portion of their land. On the other hand, developers say the commission should just set a maximum height and setback limit for the city, then build in benefits for developers who provide public access or build well away from the waterway. All the commissioners agree that height limits are probably the best way to go.
Justified, and that makes sense. But there are places in this city where we've got to limit this height restriction and limit it deeply, because it's down in the heart of the neighborhood and you've got to drive through 5 blocks of residential low density housing, and you need to think about whether you want condos down in that part of town.
Commissioners have been tossing around a 150-foot height limit. It would be similar to that 15-story building that you see here behind me. There has been no agreement, of course, on any of these ideas, so it's back to the drawing board for city staff and commissioners. Tom?
Courtney, any indication when they will make a decision here?
The mayor seems not very optimistic about tomorrow's meeting, or he says maybe even a future workshop. They'll have to come back again and talk to the developers and city residents as well, so it might be a while.
All right, Courtney. Thank you very much. Courtney Hayes reporting live from downtown Panama City. Downtown Public Library at the City Marina could be moving in the next couple of years, but the potential move doesn't mean the library would necessarily leave the downtown area. News Channel 7's Jeremy Pate explains.
For months, the Bay County Commission's been thinking about ways to pay for renovating the downtown library. Now, Panama City Mayor Jerry Clemens wants to step in and buy the library building and turn it into office space for the city. Right now, no specifics like price have been talked about.
Our staff in City Hall says that they could certainly use the building, pull some various functions in that are scattered around the town.
One potential stumbling block to the deal is the fact that the county's lease with the city over the library property is up in just 8 years.
One of the first things I may hear from my fellow commissioners is the lease runs out in 2013 anyway. It's only 8 years away when we would own the building anyway. But we could use the building now, and certainly the county could use the money now to help them build a new library.
Also helping, a $500,000 grant from the state for a new library. If the deal happens, there's potential the library could be moved from downtown.
I would prefer to have it downtown, but I think a new library, a brand new 60,000 square foot library someplace else is better than an old worn out library downtown.
In order to take advantage of the state grant, county leaders would have to move on building a new library before the end of the year. In Panama City, Jeremy Pate, News Channel 7.
Staff estimates the city would have to invest about $500,000 to renovate the library building to make it suitable for office space. The world's largest nightclub is making the transition to one of the world's largest condominium resorts. Developers now taking pre-construction reservations for the Aquatica Beach Resort on the site of the old Club La Vila on Thomas Drive. Construction crews are scheduled to begin work on the 22-story resort in late summer. They've been taking reservations for the 984 units since January. The resort has such amenities, or will have, as rock climbing, mini golf, and an outdoor theater. The condo starting around $400,000 pre-construction prices. Lynn Haven city officials will be discussing housing standards and term limits tomorrow night. City commissioners will try to establish minimum standards for single-family homes in the city limits. Opponents say it's an effort to keep mobile homes and mobile home parks out of Lynn Haven. Commissioners also said they want to increase their term limits in office from 2 years to 4 years. Voters rejected the idea in the past, but commissioners want the issue back on the ballot again. For the past several years, Walton County has been in the midst of a beach renourishment project. Hurricane Ivan didn't help matters by washing away much of the sand from beaches already in need of help. News Channel 7's Mike Tolbert joins us live here in our studios with more. Mike.
Tom, long before Ivan, the state of Florida identified a 2,000-foot stretch of inlet beach as critically eroded. Now county officials are looking at a new way to solve an old problem. These metal poles and nets you're going to see on the beach are called porous groins. They keep the sand from washing away. When waves hit the netting, they slow down and get smaller. In turn, the sand carried out by the waves falls out onto the beach. The groins were put in place in November and 3 months later have added almost 20 feet of beach to this section.
While the water still washes up onto the beach, it's making it only about the second piling instead of washing all the way in and eroding our dune system, which is the first line of defense against storm surge.
The porous groins bring in about 1 cubic yard of sand a month, fine for small hotspots like Inlet Beach. It's not designed to bring in large amounts of sand like traditional renourishment methods, meaning it would be less effective in large-scale projects.
Pretty interesting. Mike, thank you very much. Mike Tolbert reporting live here in our studios. Still ahead tonight on News Channel 7 at 6. The budget is out and the Raptor is included, but not the way the Air Force had hoped. You'll get the details. And when their loved ones are overseas fighting for democracy, they're left home, keeping the home fires burning. Part 1 of our special series, They Serve Too.
You're watching News Channel 7 at 6 with Tom Lewis, Carla Nealon, Viper 7 Weather with meteorologist Jason Kelly, and Sports with Scott Rossman. News Channel 7 at 6.
Hi, folks. For the third consecutive year, Bay County has produced Northwest Florida's #1 volume new car dealer, Panama City Toyota. Last year, a record 2,000 new and repeat customers selected Toyota and Panama City Toyota for their absolute best car deal. It's true, volume sales creates power. Power to offer a better selection, but most important, the power to save you more. That's why 1 out of every 4 passenger cars sold in this market are sold here. Panama City Toyota, where relationships are born.
Folks, let me give you some good reasons to buy your next mattress at Home Place. A wide choice of construction materials for just right comfort. Factory-trained specialists that can explain the many options available. 30-day home trial to be sure you've made the right choice. And Queen Never Turn sets, $287. Folks, you'll sleep like my grandbaby. Remember, there's no place like home. Place.
Right now, Alltel is making it affordable for your whole family to go wireless. Now you can add up to 4 lines for $9.99 each. And your family can share minutes, including unlimited mobile-to-mobile, mobile-to-home, and nights and weekends on select plans. It's never been easier to keep your family in touch. And right now, get a camera phone for $39.99. So get your whole family talking today. Call 1-800-ALTEL-9 or visit your Alltel store. But hurry, this offer won't last long.
It is official. President Bush has put the FA-22 Raptor on the chopping block. The president released his 2006 budget today, and as expected, he's proposing Raptor program cuts effective next year. The Pentagon would lose funding to build the last 180 or so of the fighter jets. Tyndall Air Force Base is the training home for Raptor pilots. If the cuts go through, Tyndall stands to lose its second FA-22 squadron. The Air Force is fighting the cuts, as is the Florida and Georgia congressional delegations. The Raptor is made at Lockheed Martin factory in Marietta, Georgia. Some local Army Reserve troops and Air Force squadron will be returning from active duty this week. About a dozen members of the 509th Army Reserve Transportation Detachment from Panama City have been in Kuwait for more than a year. They're being processed at Fort Stewart, Georgia right now and should be back in Panama City later this week. More than 20 airmen with the 8th Special Operations Squadron will return to Duke Field tomorrow after a tour in Iraq and Afghanistan. The Blackbirds will be honored at a ceremony Tuesday evening. Leaving loved ones to serve your country and military overseas is never easy. The soldiers risk their lives for others, but never question the reason. But what about the ones left at home? News Channel 7's Alana Adams joins us live in our studios to explain why their support is also a service to us all. Alana?
Well, Tom, they're the ones who have to wait. They're left behind when a family member leaves to serve. Now, the same danger the soldier faces every day is felt by those here at home. A single yellow ribbon is tied to a tree at the Weingarts' Lynn Haven home, a simple reminder that this family is not complete, left waiting for the return of a husband and father.
And just like I said, just a lot of praying and letting everybody know that, you know, he's doing it for his country.
Jody Weingart says she married Michael just 3 years ago. They'd been waiting for the right time to have a baby together, but timing is never perfect.
We just had this wonderful child. It's my husband's first baby.
Michael is a sergeant in the Army Reserves out of Fort Bragg, North Carolina. He got the call last October to go to Iraq and missed the birth of his new daughter, Marissa. She'll be 1 year old when he comes home.
It was devastating. We've waited a long time to have children of our own, a child of our own, and it was never the right time, and it just happened, and then he got called away. So again, it wasn't the right time, but
while Michael is overseas, life at home continues, but 13-year-old Justin says life definitely did not get easier with his stepdad out of the house.
Yeah, I do a lot more work in the yard and help my mom out more when he's not here.
Amber here helps me out all the time with the baby, and they both help with the housework and the chores.
Life is not the same for this family of 4, but they will share this husband and father until it's time to come home.
He's protecting the country, and I'm just proud of him.
We're getting through. We're counting down the days.
Days filled with love and support, says Weingart, and a hope that their service at home will end soon. Jody says her family and the support from her friends and church are the reasons why she's able to get through each day. Her husband is coming home for a short visit this spring, and they expect him to be home for good next December. Tom?
All right, Lana, thank you very much. Lana Adams reporting live in our studios. Today, nearly a perfect day weather-wise. What about tomorrow, though? Jason will have the forecast coming up next.
News Channel 7's Viper is brought to you in part by our community partner, Peden Air Conditioning and Heating.
Viper.
Hear Viper 7 Weather Center updates on Clear Channel radio stations, including Sunny 98.5.
Are you thinking about hiring a lawyer because you or someone you know was injured in an accident? It's never easy taking action against insurance companies and their lawyers. That's why you need a firm with experience in the courtroom. I'm Ed Walborski, and I welcome your questions about dealing with insurance companies, handling lawsuits, and getting results. When going to court, you want someone who's been there before. Remember the name, Ed Walborski.
There's one sure sign that spring is right around the corner. It happens every year about this time. Captain Anderson's reopens for the new season, and there's not a better time of the year to see old friends. The Petronas family welcomes all their old friends and good customers back to ring in the new year, local style, with their popular half lobster special. A tender half Florida lobster with all the trimmings, only $15.95. Dine early and watch the fleet unload. Captain Anderson's Restaurant.
Saturday, February 12th, see Mel Tillis at the Ocean Opry. You're just Mel Tillis at the Ocean Opry, Saturday, February 12th. Reserve now.
Each year, every automotive company in the world tries to make a splash. But for 18 years, one company has come out on top. This year, we're doing it again with waves and waves of amazing new products. In fact, the all-new 2005 Freestyle SEL and the all-new 2005 500 SEL can be yours for $299 a month with a 24-month lease. When you offer the best products at the best prices, everyone wins. Visit your local Southern Ford dealer today and see why we're number one.
From the Viper 7 Weather Center, here is meteorologist Jason Kelly.
Beautiful weekend and a nice beginning to the work week, but changes are on the way. Let's go outside and show what's happening right now across the area. Currently, a mostly clear night, and temperatures are pretty nice out there. 63, mostly clear skies tonight. The dew point at 56. Relative humidity 63%. The wind south-southwest at 6, and the pressure now steady 30.15 inches of mercury. Around the rest of the region, temperatures are comfortable. 61 in Crestview, 66 in Evergreen, 62 in Destin, also 62 in Dothan, Mariana. The state capital is 64. 58 in Appalachia, and 63 again at the airport. Dew points are starting to come up just a little bit across to locations to our west. Still rather dry in Albany at 46, 52 in Tallahassee, but notice the upper 50s and mid 50s out to our west. Mobile at 57, Pensacola 57, Destin 57. So that moisture is working its way back in. It's going to continue to work its way towards us as we go through time over the next couple of days. Check things out around the rest of the region. Temperatures are warming up nicely, but still kind of chilly in Oklahoma City tonight. 36 degrees there, 45 in Fort Smith, 48 in the Big D, 58 in Memphis, 57 in Jackson, 64 in Montgomery, 63 in Mobile. So again, we're seeing a moderation, a nice warm pattern right now. That will change a little bit as time progresses, though, over the next few days. Look at the national temperatures. Again, some cool air up to our north, 5 above in International Falls, 16 in Minneapolis. So that cool air has finally come back to those places. They've been seeing some unseasonably warm air for the last week or so. Now that's all changed. That cool air has come back into the picture. But again, the 60s and 70s, you go further south right now, 70 in Miami. National Cloud Radar picture, what's going on? Well, there is some rainfall out there extending from upstate New York all the way down through the Ohio River Valley, the mid-Mississippi River Valley, down to the lower Mississippi River Valley, and again, some snows north of that as well. High pressure is starting to erode away, and that means this big area of low pressure is going to approach us as we head down the road towards the forecast for the middle of the week. Let's go to Futurecast. Here's the showers now. They're going to stay off to our north. Slowly, another front is going to come through and kind of just nudge this all south as we go into the day on Wednesday. So it looks like Wednesday night, and Thursday, our best chances of rain. Some partial clearing for the rest of this week. Your boating forecast, near shore 2 to 3 foot seas, offshore 2 to 4 foot seas. UV index tomorrow of around a 4. That's in the moderate range with blue and green flags. The forecast looks like this. Overnight lows tonight are inland sections in the upper 40s and low 50s with daytime highs in the 60s and 70s. A good looking day with partly cloudy skies. Along the I-10 corridor, morning lows start out in the 40s, afternoon highs in the 70s. A good looking day. And then along the coast, morning lows in the lower 50s with afternoon highs getting up into the upper 60s and lower 70s. The next 7 days, sunshine prevalent on Friday and Saturday. But to get there, we got to go through some showers on Wednesday and Thursday, with daytime highs remaining mostly in the 60s, morning lows in the 30s, 40s, and 50s. A cool snap, a little bit of cooler air on Friday and Saturday as that next front comes through and clears us out a bit. Lows around 39 on Saturday morning. So a little cooler, but not too bad.
If it's as nice as it was this past weekend, we'll take that.
Awful and beautiful, yeah.
Yeah, nice. All right, thank you, Jason. Coming up in sports, Canseco spills his guts about alleged steroid use in the Bigs, and Scott takes us over to the Arnold soccer field as the Lady Marlins look ahead to a round 2 playoff match.
Weather is brought to you in part by the Digestive Diseases Center.
Is the IRS keeping you up at night? Are you afraid of losing everything? Don't let the IRS control your life.
Hello, I'm John Harris, president of J.K. Harris & Company. The IRS can attach your wages, your pension, your savings, even your Social Security checks. If you owe back taxes, you could qualify to reduce your tax debt by as much as 85%.
Call the IRS experts at J.K. Harris now for your free confidential tax settlement analysis. Call 1-800-661-5514.
Free preschool classes for our most eager learners. Parents want it, and Florida voters put it in the Constitution. Now, 3 years later, pre-K is about to start, but there are more questions than celebration. News Channel 7 education reporter Amy Morris answers your questions in a special Teaching Our Kids report. Pre-K, Confusion and Controversy. Tuesday on News Channel 7 at 6.
Why was the Sleep Center chosen as the #1 mattress store in Bay County again? It could be that we're locally owned and operated, so you get top-notch service. It could be because of our franchise buying power. It might even be because of our factory-trained sales staff with state-of-the-art computers. It could be that we stock everything for quick delivery. But I think it's because we have 5 top 10 mattress companies. That's Simmons, Sealy, Kingsdown, Therapeutic, and the real Swedish memory foam, Tempur-Pedic. So come on by the Sleep Center and take a nap. We're located on 23rd Street. Just look for the big red canopy.
On the next News Channel 7 today.
Wake up to 2 hours of news in the morning, including local sports, healthy living, and a daily shortcut to make your day easier.
Scott Rossman joining us now with sports. They didn't beat the point spread, but I guess a victory's a victory, right?
The Patriots fans, at least the ones who didn't bet the game, they'll take it. A lot of folks are tossing around the word dynasty today to describe the New England Patriots. Why not? They certainly fit the definition. The Pats winning Super Bowl 39 over the Eagles last night with a very good performance all the way around, offense, defense, special teams. Deion Branch, the unlikely MVP, with 11 catches for 133 yards. So for the third time in 4 years, the Pats win the title by a field goal margin, 24-21 this time around. This morning, probably with little or no sleep behind them, Branch and Coach Bill Belichick were back in front of the press to accept the accolades and to talk about that dynasty label.
I don't think you hear that from the players. I think that'll continue to come from the sports analysts. We hear it. We're going to hear it every day from here on out. And they may tell us we need to win another championship just to be a dynasty. So that's not in our hands. The only thing we can control is what we do on the football field and just go out and play the game of football and win games.
And that they do. The team as a whole arriving back in Boston this afternoon. Ditto the Eagles, who returned home with a feeling of having let this one slip away. Certainly Philly had its chances, but they were unable to take advantage of them. Toss in 4 turnovers, and that was the difference. Many Philly fans, in fact, still upset with how much time McNabb and the offense burned on their last TD drive. That's certainly the talk of sports radio and the internet fodder today and tonight in the wake of the game. Nonetheless, it was a great year for the Eagles, and barring some serious injuries, there's no reason to think they won't be the NFC favorite again next season. Now let's bring it back closer to home and talk about the football that's more spherical. 3 area girls soccer teams will be taking part in round 2 state playoff matches tomorrow night. 2 of them on the road, 1 is at home. One of the teams traveling for their region semifinal will be the Lady Marlins of Arnold, who, thanks to a 1-0 win last week in the playoff opener at Wakulla, head to Jacksonville to face Bowles in a 3A matchup. Usually when you say Bowles, well, the powerhouse athletic programs over there tend to strike fear in the hearts of opponents. Coach Rice isn't worried about that, though.
They don't care. They're not scared of any team. They know that they go out there, give it everything they've got, and then the score will take care of itself. They try and take one game at a time, and we teach them that. You know, you never underestimate any team. They don't want to be, they're definitely not overconfident, but they know that they have the chance to go even further. We were here last year, and it ended here last year, but we want to go further than we did last year.
By the way, the Lady Marlins will be playing without co-captain Valerie Fernandez, who is in the hospital. The team wishing her a speedy recovery, hoping to play on and get her back for a possible region final. The other 2 area squads kicking it around tomorrow, both 5A matches. Niceville hosting Merritt Island. Fort Walton Beach is at Satellite. And now to some seriously dirty laundry being aired out by a former big league slugger, and he's naming names. Former A's outfielder Jose Canseco is about to release a book entitled Juiced, Wild Times, Rampant Roids, Smash Hits, and How Baseball Got Big. The New York Daily News releasing excerpts of the book today. Canseco claiming he actually injected Mark McGwire with steroids. He also claims to have turned players like Giambi, Palmeiro, Ivan Rodriguez, and Juan Gonzalez onto roids. McGuire's response, he's saddened to be faced with a line of questioning again, and he says he'll reserve further comment until he reads the book. Palmeiro came out just a short time ago with an unequivocal denial, saying he's never used steroids, never had any kind of relationship with Canseco other than them being teammates. Too bad.
That's a shame. It is. Thank you, Scott. Back in just a moment.
Closed captioning is brought to you in part by Treasure Island Marina.
Want a boat? Now's the time. Starting Friday, February the 11th through Sunday the 20th, Treasure Island Marina is slashing prices at both locations for their annual February inventory reduction and liquidation sale. Fishing boats, pontoons, sport boats, sport cruisers, and yachts. Sea Ray, Boston Whaler, Scout, Angler, Crest, and the largest variety of used and consignment boats on the Panhandle. Not just another boat show. This biggest sale of the year includes once-a-year manufacturer incentives to sweeten your deal even more. In Destin, 98 East, 1/2 block west from Harry T's. In Panama City Beach at the Treasure Ship, Thomas Drive on Grand Lagoon. Come get your boat and save, save, save!
Does buying a new car leave you in the dark? Then get to Quality Toyota and see how fast and easy car buying can be with incredibly low interest rates and huge rebates on the entire award-winning Toyota lineup. Drive away with 0 down and make no payments for 90 days. Get your price and payment in 15 minutes and take delivery in just 1 hour. Plus, when we make a deal, we'll pay off your trade no matter what you owe. And remember to ask about our Quality Privileges card. So hurry, get to Quality Toyota today.
Come home to comfort and style. Airport Furniture.
Airport Furniture's solid wood bedroom sale is the talk of the town. Save 50% on this maple slat queen bed. Right now, only $5.99. Your bedroom becomes a retreat with this 19th century Louis Philippe Euro bed. Right now, 50% off. All our bedroom collections are solid wood with features you've come to expect from Airport Furniture, like English dovetailing and finished drawers. Come see us today at 15th Street in Lisenby in the Panama Plaza.
Every time a patient tells me that they had a good experience at the surgery center, it makes me feel good. It means an awful lot to us, and I think we do an exceptionally good job because of the team concept and because of local ownership and pride in the facility. The whole team concept is almost perfect there. I have the best people to work with, caring people that really care about my patients. Every one of us can be proud of that. I think the care that our patients get there is second to none.
Sunshine tomorrow, but the rain is on the way. Daytime highs this week in the 60s and 70s, and morning lows in the 40s, 50s, and some 30s too.
All right, thanks, Jason. And thanks for having us in for news. We'll see you again tonight at 10 o'clock.
Thanks to Domino's, now I'm taking over as the most fun day of the week. Oh, man. They're a little tied up.
Get the door. It's Domino's 2 Times Tuesday. Buy any large pizza and get a second pizza of equal or lesser value free on Tuesdays at Domino's.
My name is Rich Johnson. The high job training I received at Haney helped me to start my own business. Marine service technology is a good way to train for your future.
Hey, I'm Lloyd Rogers. I work at Thompson Caterpillar. I got all my training from Haney Technical Center.
Hi, I'm Joey Fuquay Cooling and Heating, Panama City, Florida. I earned my high-skill, high-wage earning job from Tom P. Haney by taking my education there. What does your future hold for you?
Make it happen. Enroll today in a job training program at Haney.
Making plans, hand in hand, sharing dreams that come true.
Did you know we do home loans? Panhandle Educators Federal Credit Union can finance your way into that new dream home. We have the best lot financing program in Bay County to help you build that home you've been dreaming of. Or our low first mortgage rates can help you move into that dream home without a worry in the world. Whether it's a lot loan, home equity, first or second mortgage, or even a construction loan, we're here to help. Now you know we do home loans.
Are you disabled? Have you been denied Social Security disability? I'm attorney David Evans. Get some help with your appeal. Call me at 784-2466 locally or 1-800-497-5509. There's no attorney's fee if you don't win your case, and my office is across the street from the Panama City Social Security Building. Again, that's 784-2466 or 1-800-497-5509.
From Las Vegas, it's Sweethearts Week on
And now, from the Las Vegas Hilton, in the entertainment capital of the world, here are the stars of America's game, Pat Sajak and Vanna White.
Thank you. Isn't that nice? Are they going somewhere? Thank you. All right, we'll leave in the middle of this. Thank you. Thank you all. And you're already...